Well. It appears that Brett Cooper has given her first quote unquote tell all interview about why she left the Daily Wire. I thought she handled herself extremely well in this interview with Sean Ryan, which has now been viewed about 500,000 times. I think there's some takeaways here worth discussing, and also some credit to be given to Brett Cooper for taking the high road in what I believe were many opportunities for her to be, a little more spicy, a little bit more, sure, she tweeted her little thing about Jeremy Boring getting fired, but I suspect based on everything that we see, the entire picture, Brett was not happy about leaving. And it's pretty clear that Brett did not like Jeremy Boring. And it's pretty clear that that's probably why she left. This video is thankfully sponsored by Aura. Bank of America recently announced a huge data breach. And here's what's really disturbing. They didn't tell anybody for months. On average, it takes a company 277 days to report a breach. Your personal data could have been exposed months ago, and you're just going to hear about it now. This isn't the first breach of Bank of America has even announced this year. At last year's Citigroup and JP Morgan Chase both announced breaches. Your bank could get breached right now, and you could be months away from learning about it. Do you want to give a criminal 9 months of a head start? That's why it's really important time to be talking about today's sponsor, Aura. Aura alerts me if they find my phone number, email, or social security number anywhere on the dark web. It's a product that I use every day, and I really do trust it. They also give me up to $5 million in identity theft insurance should the worst case scenario happen. They also provide a bunch of other features to keep you safe online. Make sure you get Aura today. You can go to my link, aura.com/thequartering, or use the link in the description below to try 14 days free. That'll be enough time for Aura to find out if any of your personal data is exposed. You'll learn about it before one of these companies is legally forced to notify you. I highly recommend you do this right now, because the only thing most of these companies are going to do is offer you stupid free credit monitoring. What point is that when you've already been robbed? Make sure you go to my link, aura.com/thequartering. I'm not leaving my family vulnerable to these data breaches. And you, if you don't want to either, go over to aura.com/thequartering. Let's take a look at this little teaser that they put out.
How long was it after you left the Daily Wire that...
Adult friendships are really hard.
When you left, your maid of honor...
What is this next chapter?
Oh, he cut it up. So we'll just go to it here. I saved it here. The launching the show, when she has career shifts and all this kind of stuff, here.
Famous. Like, it comes with what I do, but I would be just as happy if I was telling stories in a different capacity. Mm-hmm. Again, it's finding the root of what you love to do and then applying it. I don't need this to survive. I don't crave it. I do it because I love sharing stories with people. I love hopefully making them think differently about the world. I love making people feel like they're not alone in whatever they're going through, whether that's like on my subscription platform where we do our Dear Brett series, and I'm able to talk to people. Like, I had a girl last week, talk to me about, she has a grandfather with dementia who is, forgetting who she is and has gotten violent, and is like, how do you go through that? Like, how do you still love somebody and be there, but protect yourself and know that, that isn't the person that you know anymore. I got to talk about my brother, which I don't often get to do. And it's like,
Let me grab
I've had
this.
so much crap happen in 23 years. It's like, I hope that I can make somebody's life a little better if they haven't experienced this and they're now going through it for the first time. I hope I can make you feel less crazy about the world and feel less alone. But I don't have to have 4 million or 1 million subs to do that. Like, that isn't why I...
Here's a better clip. I thought she was very... Here.
But I just tried to, like, stay in my lane and keep going. I was undeterred. I was like, this is a rocket ship. Let's just keep growing.
I mean, with that kind of a success in that amount of time, I mean, that's damn near unheard of.
Yeah.
What was your motivation to go independent? When did that pop into your head?
I was ready for something different.
You just wanted a new challenge, or
Yeah, I mean,
She's being very diplomatic here. She smiled there. She knows why. She knows why she left. It was Jeremy Boring, and it was a contract thing.
we've covered a lot of different things. And there have been different moments in my life where I had to make kind of like a decision that was like, that leap of faith and that risk. And I hadn't taken one in a while. And I felt very complacent, and I was good at what I was doing, and I was doing it every single day, and we were making a difference. And I was in a very good rhythm, but I had gotten complacent.
was it freedom?
Yeah.
You wanted more freedom. Mm-hmm. What was the final straw?
Here we go.
I mean,
There wasn't
almost
a-
nobody would give that up
Yeah.
and start from scratch. And that's why I respect you so much.
I think
No,
people would.
it was terrifying.
We don't know how much she was getting paid. What if she was making 50 grand a year? Not that that's a bad living, but she's saying she could see she's probably making 500 grand a month, So I think we don't know the details of her specific financial agreement with the Daily Wire. It might be very easy to quit.
I had to, Alex and I had a conversation. This was not this is a lot of thinking and praying and analyzing. And we looked at each other and we're just kind of like, are we basically willing to lose everything and start from scratch? Because again, we had, Alex had just started his own business. We had bought this farm that was like, it was a stretch, but we really wanted it. And I was like, I could leave and it could backfire on me immediately. Nobody could care. Maybe I wouldn't make any money. Maybe I would have no anything. And I basically just had to decide, like, does that matter to me? And it didn't.
And it worked.
Yeah. And then it wasn't because I was
subs.
like, yeah.
1 million subs in 1 month when you launched your new show.
Yeah. It was very humbling and gratifying. I was like, okay. But it's terrifying. And I literally, our conversation was like, are we willing? My mom had just decided to move to Nashville. I was like, are we willing to, go move back in with her and, literally start over?
I think,
you're
I
funding
think
our
that
life
she's being very
now, Alex,
diplomatic
and
here, which is good.
I can't help it
Smart.
all, and I'm making no money. If all of it went away, and at the end of the day, I don't really care about being famous. It comes with what I do, but I would be just as happy if I was telling stories in a different capacity. Mm-hmm. Again, it's finding the root of what you love to do and then applying it. I don't need this to survive. I don't crave it. I do it because I love sharing stories with people. I love hopefully making them think differently about the world. I love making people feel like they're not alone in whatever they're going through, whether that's on my subscription platform.
I mean, I don't know. When she asks about, her friend taking over, things like that, she's very diplomatic. If you go to these comments here, you see she talks about her grief, which I think is very good. I think maybe did they delete these? Because there was a lot of comments on here about about how she took the high road, and I think that's fine. I think that I'm sure it was money related. I'm certain of it. But the fact that she's just so genuine about it and she takes the high road, I think that's very, very good. Brett Cooper's 23, Rachel Zegler's 23. What do you know? Yeah. I mean, that's all of these universally. Why aren't you over it? 23, wow, Medium visit. She thought about going to Medium. That would be bad. After the interview, let's see. Yeah, I don't see really anything in here. It just seems like very, very positive around Brett. you know, and the things that have happened to her. She's very classy when, you know, when she talks about, where is this? When she talks about Reagan, she just choose the high road. You see this on her brother's struggle. Yes, we know this. I thought I had this. Oh, here on Reagan.
When you left, your maid of honor, best friend, was it Reagan? Is that her name? Took over the comments section. How did that feel?
Friendships are hard.
Are you guys still friends?
I would say so.
Would you like to still be friends?
Of course. Adult friendships are really hard. I always think it's going to get easier. Kind of just gets harder.
Wait, they're not friends, and she would like to be friends. So it sounds like Reagan is the one.
And with more people knowing who you are and having influence and having eyes on you, then you kind of question people's motives in being friends with you.
Do you feel that she was disloyal in taking the role?
She's an adult. And this is what I will always stand by. You have to make the decision that is good for you and your family. I did that, and she did that.
Why do you think the friendship fell apart? If you wish her the best of success.
Friendships are hard.
Do you want to say anything to her?
That's a difficult question. But at the end of the day, I wish you success and I wish you well. And I hope that she chases the things that she wants.
When you
Very classy response. There's obviously some legit bad blood there. Not much you can do. It was a messy situation. What do you think the real reason is? Let me know in the comment section down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.